Hey guys, it's your boy Michael with the H&M Reloaded channel. Don't you hate when you're coming out to your car, you're going to work, and you have a flat tire? Well, we have a slight flat tire on the passenger side right here. There's a slow leak. I believe we lost about 10 pounds. I had to get air in it earlier, but I just want to double check. I'm going to take the tire off. We're going to probably, since a lot of people don't have the means to buy a new tire every time you have a slow leak, here is the tools you're going to probably need. We are going to plug our tire if it's in the correct spot. If you have a hole on the side shoulder, you cannot plug the tire. It's not safe. Okay? So yeah, so we have some soapy water over there. That's how we're going to test to see if we have a slow leak. We have our impact with our 19 mil little snipper pliers, you know, in case there's a nail in there, you just yank it out. And then we have our reamer and, you know, the patch, or I should say the plug. Get this guy in here. We do have the tire up. Now we're going to take our 19 mil impact and we're going to take it off. All right, give me a second. Okay. Good. Put your lug nuts in a safe spot. Okay, that should be good. There we go. All right. Now, guys, here's where the soapy water is going to come in. Okay. So this is basically a nice surefire way to see if you have a slow leak somewhere. You can obviously see. Now let's just see if it's obvious anywhere. There was a plug or something right here. Let me see. You coat your tire with soapy water and you wait for it to bubble. That's when you know you have a leak. Oh, there's a screw. See it, guys? See the screw? And there is the screw. You see it? It's a Phillips head. Now let's just see. I'm gonna give it a second. See it there? See if it's... See it? See it? See the bubbles? See the bubbles? There you go. So we are gonna get this screw out of here, okay? And we're gonna test other areas too, because there could be another leak somewhere. There might be something else in here, actually. And guys, keep in mind, if you have a hole on the shoulder here, on the shoulder area, which would mean right here, this is considered the shoulder of the tire, right here. If you have a hole here, you cannot plug it. It's just not safe to do so. You probably can plug it, but it's not safe. This is the shoulder on the other side, right here. This is the shoulder. See, it would have to be within this area. See it? Within this area right here, all the way down. That's a safe spot if you have a hole in your tire to plug it. If you have a hole in the shoulder, like I said, you're going to need to get a new tire, unfortunately. So, let's do this, guys. See, if this was just a nail in there, I'd use our little snips and yank it out. But let me see if I can get this out. Okay, see if I can get this out right here. It's right here. See if I can get it out. See, it's right here. There it is. See it? There's your screw. There it is. See it? There's your screw. See now, where's the hole go? Where is it? Right here. See here? I actually lost where the hole is. But here's how you can tell where the hole is. Watch, ready? It is right here. See? Right there. There's actually another hole right there. See it? See it? Right. There's your hole. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the reamer in there. See it? See it? See it? Now in and out, because you want to smooth out the hole inside. Okay? You actually hear that sound, like you're getting all the crap out of it, you know? You hear it? You hear it? You want to turn it, pull up and down, here, in and out. Okay. See how I reamed it in and out like that? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take one plug. One plug. These are very sticky, guys. Very sticky. See? It's a little yucky looking. See the plug? Now, like I showed you before, you're going to take this and you're going to Sometimes it's hard, you gotta squeeze the plug, and you're actually gonna put the plug inside, see? And you can only put it in halfway, see, look, see it? Pretend this is like a needle, see it? That's how you want it, just like that, you see it? This is how you want it. Now, some people use rubber cement. We're gonna use some, just to show you. They say it's better to put rubber cement on, so we're gonna do that, okay? Here's the rubber cement, see? Now we're just gonna put some rubber cement on here, see? See it? Now, we're gonna take the reamer out really quick, okay? Really quick, and we're gonna put the other one in. Okay. Now we're gonna put this in there. Push down as hard as you can, guys, because this is gonna be hard, and you gotta twist. Okay, you don't want it all the way in, but okay. Okay. You don't want to put it all the way in. You want a little bit of material sticking out. See how it's sticking out, some of the material? See how the material's sticking out? That's what you want, okay? Now we're gonna yank out. We're gonna yank out this and see what happens. Yank it right out, see it? Now here's what it's gonna look like when you do it. See it? Right there. And here's where you're going to probably want like a razor blade or snips to try to snip out the excess off to make it as flush as possible. But yeah, let's now do the water test again. Soapy water. So it's right here, right? Ready? Here we go. Do you see any bubbles? Do you see any bubbles there? Right here? It's right there. It's right there. You see any bubbles? I don't. No bubbles, no bubbles. Looks good. Okay. Okay, let's get that out. We're gonna do a little bit more. Hang on. See? Yeah, I don't see any. All right. Now let's see if I could use these snips. These snips are not the sharpest, but I'm gonna try to get some of this off. Okay. Okay, okay, here we go. And I did take the excess off. Here's the excess plug. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna spray it again, since I did pull it a little bit. See if there's any. Want to double check it. Okay, is there any bubbles coming out of here? No. Yeah, it's about as flat as I'm gonna get it, see it? This is about as flat as I'm gonna get it. See it? I use my snips to cut it, and yeah, look at that. So now we're gonna check a little bit more. We want to see if there's any more holes in here anywhere. So now we're just gonna go right down the middle, because obviously if there's a hole on the shoulder, like I said, this is the shoulder, and on this side, if there's a hole on this side, you're gonna need a new tire, guys, because no place is gonna plug or patch on the shoulder here, because it's not safe. It's not safe at all. Okay, I don't see any holes. And grant you, yeah, this tire is on its way out anyway, so we're gonna need another tire. But this is just to stop me from getting air every morning now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want air every morning. So this is just for right now, for the next couple weeks, you know. And look, yeah, guys, this is how you could tell. See? Oops. This is how you could tell if you have a slow leak. You could do this anywhere, guys. You could do it right here on the bead area, you know. See if there's any. You could do it. You could actually do it on the valve area if you want. See if there's a hole, you know. See if there's a hole anywhere. And there's nothing bubbling. Hey guys, look at that. See that? Looks good. Tire looks good now. So now we're gonna install the tire back on the car. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna put some luggies in there. All right. Now guys, when you put the tire back on the vehicle, got to put one lug nut on. Now try to put another lug nut on the bottom. See how it's going to be seated properly then, you know? Take all the way. Hand tighten. Now, you know, in the star pattern, like they say, even when you're hand tightening it, that's what I would do. Put it in a star pattern. just so it seats properly, because if you just do it like this and put the things on, I mean, you know, it's not going to be really seated properly, you know. And when you're torquing your lug nuts back on the car, you want this to be on correctly. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, okay, putting on the lug nuts. And I'm just gonna hit these. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing it hard. Just like that. Now we're gonna torque them. You always go by your car's recommended specs. All right, guys. The torque spec for the Dodge Grand Caravan 2018 is 118 foot-pounds. That's 118 foot-pounds. This is one of our newest torque wrenches from Suzume, okay? And we're gonna put the car on the ground, obviously. There we go, very slow. Make sure it's on. There we go, perfect. Get this out. Okay, now we're gonna torque them all to 118 foot-pounds or pounds-feet, whatever the proper. There it is, 1, 2, 3. There it is. Got it. 2. Got it. Got it. Got it. Perfecto. So now the tire is all buttoned up, no more slow leak, and that is how you properly and safely repair a slow leak in a tire. In any tire. This could be on a lawnmower, a dirt bike, a bicycle, anything, guys. Any piece of equipment that has a rubber tire, you check it with soapy water to see if you have a slow leak. If you sense you have a slow leak somewhere, spray the area where you suspect, and if it bubbles up from the soapy water, you have a slow leak and you have to repair it. Okay, if there's no bubbles coming up, you don't have a leak. Okay? All right, guys, when you get the car lowered down to the ground and it's all buttoned up, you're gonna have to fill the tire up with air, because obviously it lost a little bit of air when it was leaking very slowly, and when we pulled out the screw, air escaped. So obviously, this vehicle takes 36 PSI. That's 36 PSI. And guys, I can't stress enough how important these portable air inflators are, guys, okay? These are a must-have, okay? So let's see exactly how much air we have in this tire, okay? This has the quick connect up here. We're gonna put it on the valve. We're gonna close it. Now we're gonna set her up, okay? Set her up, turn it on, long press for a second. And this is just a like random one I'm using. Okay, we're gonna put it on 36 PSI. I don't know if you can see it. We have 24 PSI in there now. 24. Okay, now we're gonna pump her on up. There we go. Now we're gonna see. Okay. If you have a slow leak, guys, something is causing it. Okay, a lot of people don't realize. They think they have a slow leak, and they just, you know, that's it. They fill it up, and they never touch it again, and then it gets low again. You know, when there's a slow leak, something is causing it. Either a nail, a tire, you're losing tread somewhere, your dry rot, anything could be causing it. Your valve might be leaking. There's a combination of things that could be causing it. All right. Yeah, there it goes. All right. Auto stopped on 36 PSI, guys. Look at these things. These things are great. Perfect. Now, take it out. And let's put the cap back on. That's it, guys. One repaired tire. One repaired tire. That, my friends, is a job well done. Okay. Yeah, but always remember, guys, after you repair a slow leak tire of any kind, it could be an SUV, a tractor trailer, a lawnmower, a riding mower, I mean, anything that has a rubber tire on it, a bicycle, you know, it's got to be pumped back up after you repair it. So you pull a nail out, it obviously is going to lose some air. Okay, so pump it up, guys. Pump it up to its desired PSI and be done with it. It's on the side door jamb, and here it's right there. 36 PSI, 36 in the rear, and 60 for your spare. So there it is, guys. There's where your specs are in the door jamb. And if it's not in the door jamb, look in your manual. Yeah, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up. And guys, this is your boy Michael with the H&M Reloaded channel. Guys, shake your neighbor's hand. The fighting in this world has got to stop. We don't need it. Guys, we love you guys. Peace.